what's up everyone, irrelevant man on the internet here. So today I decided to bring in a subject that maybe budget players may want to hear me out on. So, and if you may already realize, this is a picture of Fluffles, and this is actually my wallpaper for a while. I'm going to change it to spirals later, but you know. Also, the reason why you're just going to look at this picture of some insane girl with possessed plushies is because I lost all replays. And I lost all replays, and it's gonna take me a while to get some replays out for y'all guys, and it's probably gonna take me a while to edit those, because last time I tried editing those with voiceover on a video editor, it just ended up sloppy and messy. So I just want to give you guys at least some decent content. Alright, so the subject of the matter is the budget alternative series here, and this is a series where I talk about two cards that have similar effects, but with a budget alternative to them. So, with that being said, let's begin. So I was looking on my I got on my dual amino, and everyone wanted me to talk about this. So, yep, we're gonna be doing this. Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs versus Mistaken Arrest. Now, what are these cards? What are these cards here? What do they do? Well, for starters, let's take a look at Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. So, Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs is a level 3 zombie-type fire tuner monster with 0 attack and 1800 defense. And its effect reads, during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that includes any of these effects, you can discard this card, negate that effect. And these effects include add a card from the deck to the hand, special summon from the deck, or send a card from the deck to the hand. Send a card from the deck to the graveyard, and you can only use this effect once per turn. So now let's take a look at Mistaken Arrest. Mistaken Arrest is a quick play spell card, and it reads, until the end of your next turn, after this card resolves, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. Now, let's take a look at Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. So, for starters, let's take a look at the pros and cons of each card. First off, it's Joyous Springs, or Ash Blossom. Everyone calls her Ash Blossom because Joyous Springs, they don't use that. Joyous Springs, first off, is a tuner, so it can be used as synchro play, but not only that, she's a hand trap. That's the most important thing. Not only that, she negates a lot of shit. She negates a ton of shit. You can negate a Pot of Desires, make them go neg 11. Negative 11. You know, they lose 10 cards, and even the Pot of Desires. 10 plus 1. Can you math? And oh, what else? Oh yeah, Foolish Burial, Reinforcing the Army, Spiral Double Helix, anything that add fusions, Predator Plant, Orpheus Scorpio. It negates a lot of stuff, but that's the point. It negates anything, just as long as it involves anything with the deck. Unless it's shuffling a card from anywhere to the deck, you can't negate those. You can negate Daigusa Emerald, but the good thing is it's banned. So yeah. Now let's look at the pros and oh my gosh. Let's look at the cons of Ash Blossom. First off, it's a once per turn effect, and that right there, you may want to use it skillfully, because you may be making your opponent go neg 11 with a Pot of Desires being negated, but that once per turn has to be the skillful Ash Blossom play you ever made. Second of all, it's $87 on the market currently when this video was made. $87. At least it went down a bit. Last time I saw it was like $95. That's still pretty good. That's somewhat of a start. And not only that, not only it was $87, it was also really hard to get from the Maximum Crisis thing, which was a crisis because someone opened an entire box with no secrets. I don't get it either. So yeah, those are basically the cons of this thing. Now let's take a look at mistaken arrest. Now mistaken arrest, let's take a look at the cons. First off, it's a quick play. That means you can do it during your turn or your opponent's turn. But however though, the way you're playing your deck and the way you play mistaken arrest, I assume that you already made a big ass board and then you use mistaken arrest just to say fuck you to your opponents. Now you can just make your big board and be like, okay, activate mistaken arrest, pass turn, and if you were going against spirals or what other deck? Trick stars. If so, yeah. It negates. It stops decks. It cripples decks a lot. It cripples a lot of decks that involve searching. And not only that, remember how I was talking about the price of Ash Blossom? Let's take a look at that for mistaken arrest. So mistaken arrest on the market goes for either 29 cents or $1.60 on the market, and that $1 is from the Clash of Rebellion set. Now this card did in fact get some hype when it was first released. It was released as a secret rare in the Clash of Rebellion set, and then it got reprinted in the Premium Gold set. So this means that you have 2 chances to get this card. Maybe because well, you are gonna get this card because it's very fucking cheap. And this effect goes on, like I said, for the entirety of your opponent's turn. So this means that I already explained that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Anyways, any more pros that we can talk about? Okay, probably not. But however, though, well, yeah, because you can also add your cards and then activate this, because the wording here says until the end of your next turn, after this card resolves. So that means you can do every single thing you need to do, grab every combo piece that you can, and then activate mistaken arrest. Now this can stop spirals. This can stop spirals. This can stop trick stars. This can stop true Draykos somewhat. I believe they can stop no, they can't stop dinosaurs because they special summon from the deck. Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring that out, but the main point is it stops every deck that revolves around searching a lot of crap. Now, what are the cons of this? Cons are you can't add cards once you activate this card. If you think you can just activate this and pass turn, and then during your next turn you're just going to do more plays, you thought wrong. You see the wording here, until the end of your next turn. That your next turn, meaning that this card will go on for 3 turns, somewhat, on if you activated this card on your turn. So this means that So what this means is that even though you get to watch your opponent struggle a lot, you're gonna probably struggle. But like I say, you're probably playing a deck that you're smart enough to know when to activate mistaken arrest, because at this time you already made a big ass board. Yeah. And anyways, another thing is that it doesn't stop Pot of Desires, because it says except by drawing them. So they can still draw 2 cards, they can still draw cards, they can still special summon from the deck. Yes, it doesn't prevent Double Helix from doing its effect. Well, the only thing they can do is special summon, and all they do is special summon. They're just gonna summon Master Plan, and that's just it. That's probably the only thing they can do. Or not, because Quick Fix can't search. They can still Foolish Burial, they can do all sorts of stuff that sends from deck to grave. That's probably all it can't do. But other than that, and it also can't stop Maxia. So, yeah, that's pretty much a lot that I can cover for this. So, anyways, that was it, guys. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else to talk about. I am an irrelevant man on the internet, by the way. So, what are my thoughts? Well, I could say Mistaken Rest, in my opinion, is a good budget alternative to Ash Blossom. And, you know, it could be, good. Somewhat. All I'm just saying is that if you're playing Mistaken Rest because you're a budget player, you might want to play it skillfully. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, guys, that was it. I hope you liked this. So that's all I gotta talk about. This is gonna be a new series for Budget Alternative. If you got any requests, please put it down in the comment section below. Or if you want to, you can follow me at Drayko the Psychic YT on Dual Amino. I post some polls a lot, and hopefully I'll see you there. And remember, guys, 1 like equals 1 Ash Blossom.